Hello, everybody. Van Potts with the Metabolic Wealth You Want. And hey, I had a little bit of an anniversary yesterday. I turned 61. So I figured what I'd do is take you guys along on the ride to show you what I did on my birthday and what I have been eating in my diet for the 2 weeks leading up to it. You ready? Let's go. So the first thing I did was I made sure I got my exercise. And that is super, super, super critical and important because the last thing you want to do is let your body get old, right? So what I did was 30 minutes, about 6,000 meters, maybe a little bit more each day for 2 solid weeks leading up to it. And I will tell you right now, I'm actually pretty proud of the fact that my 60-year-old and now 61-year-old body can get on that water rower and make that kind of a row, 6,000 meters in less than 30 minutes. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know a lot of 60-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds. I don't know a lot of people that can do it, folks, but you got to make the effort. And I did. That was the first thing I thought about on number 61. But now let's talk about where the real fun was for me, and that is in the kitchen with all fresh ingredients and making some really metabolically healthy and fun and really delicious food. Let's take a spin through and see what we did. Okay, so first things first. I'm trying a different protocol now that I had never tried before, and my brother-in-law was the guy that kind of instigated it, and that is, I should say, the carnivore diet. And there's a whole bunch of reasons I'm doing it, and you are more than welcome to ask me, and I'll tell you whatever you want to know about it. I can tell you it does work. You do feel quite a bit better, but there is a process to get there. 3 or 4 days into it, maybe a friend of mine said, that's not carnivore, that's paleo. And that was because I wasn't just eating pure animal protein. I was also putting in some non-starchy, low carbohydrate vegetables, mainly salads and things like that. So you got to kind of know that going in, but that's what this is all about, low, no carb. So when I got started on this, I really did work at Pure Carnivore. And the reasons, I should say, not results, the reasons were because I saw a lot of good things happen to some people that I know, and I did some research on it. And it's actually, the more I study it, the more I realize how freaking healthy it is. But the biggest challenge I had for me is number one, I really love my time in the kitchen and cooking. And number two, I got a little tiny bit bored. Now, when I did my 3-year stint on plant-based and for the most part vegan, the one thing I never did do was get bored because the flavors and all the different things you can do are just really kind of endless. With meat, I don't know that I could say that, but anyway, I really did work at trying. And so when a friend of mine said, "You're really not carnivore, you're paleo," I did some research, and there's some truth to that. It's also, however, not 100% because a lot of people say in paleo you should avoid saturated fats, and I certainly do not avoid saturated fats. I'm completely okay with butter and bacon fat and everything else. So I don't exactly know what you call what I'm doing now, but what I got started here was on carnivore, and now I'm definitely adding some different salads and things like that. And now, one thing that is pretty interesting is you can see some of the different things that I made, and boy, I got to tell you, they are delicious. I mean, to tell you, you can forget carbs, you can forget being hungry, you can forget a lot of things when you start working at eating like this. And the flavors are just absolutely spectacular. Now, I didn't snap a picture of it here, shame on me. And but I made this barbecue chicken salad. Well, it was barbecue chicken on top of these greens like this, and then a barbecue salad dressing. And as crazy as it sounds, it was absolutely delicious. So what you can do here is a lot of different things, making your own salad dressings, and having a real nice and wide variety of stuff to eat. So it's really, really good. And that's kind of what I've been doing. Okay, so bringing it down to the end here and finishing up, a couple more things quickly. Um, as a general rule, I do not eat 3 times a day. I eat twice a day most days, and then occasionally I'll eat once a day. There's a lot of discussion and back and forth in the healthy and holistic nutrition world about how many times a day you should eat, how much time you should give your digestive system a rest, and that's something that we can discuss at another time. But twice a day. And generally, the first time that I break fast, that's where the word breakfast comes from, by the way, breaking fast. Generally, what happens is I start around probably 11:30, 12:30, sometimes as late as 1 o'clock. And I try to be done eating at 8 o'clock at night. But I make these egg scrambles and these dishes. I mean, check them out. They are just absolutely spectacular. And they're low carb. You do not need the carbohydrates to be satiated and really full and have an absolutely flavorful experience that you will cherish and love as much as you love anything. So check it out. These are some really good things. And if you want any help on how to prepare these, they're easy to do, and I'm happy to do that for you. So that's what I did for number 61. It was a lot of fun. I got my exercise in, I got my time in the kitchen, and I got to eat some really, really delicious food. Now, I've told all you guys before, I'm under no illusion that I'm going to live forever. That's not what this is all about. It's not trying to see if I can get to 200 years of age or anything like that. Although I wouldn't complain because I really enjoy life and living and everything else, especially all the learning, and it's fun. But what I am trying to do is make sure that I can have the healthiest, longest life that I can and not be a burden to anybody that I'm surrounded by or any of my friends or family or anything like that. And it's quite the journey. It's a lot of fun. Again, I don't know a lot of 61-year-old guys that can get on a water rower and go for 6,000 meters. I don't know. I'm actually really proud of that. I'm also really proud of the fact that I can prepare a really, really great meal, as good as anywhere that you can get on Earth, and enjoy it, and have keep coming back for more and more and more. Last thing I'll say is, in terms of all the different diet is a terrible word. The real word is lifestyle. In terms of all the different lifestyles and ways there are to get nutrition, I'm constantly learning. I'm always trying to find new ways to do things. This carnivore thing is really, really, really interesting. And the more that I dive into it, the more that obviously spiritually it can be a little bit of a struggle at times, but in terms of the nutrition, make no mistake about it. Now, I will tell you the last thing before I take off here. I am going to have my blood work done here in November, and I'll have everything checked, fasting insulin, cholesterol, all that other stuff. And then what I'll do is I will be on this program for at least, I don't know, probably, it might be a little bit tough during Christmas, but outside of Christmas, I'll be at least 90, if not 120 days on this exact program. And then I'll come back and look at it again. My understanding on carnivore is that your first 6 months, you might see some numbers really change, but then everything starts to normalize as you go a little bit longer and further into it. So we'll check that out and we'll see. And I'll share it all with you guys because I think it's a lot of fun. So that's it for now. What I really want to do is encourage people to get in the kitchen. Get in the kitchen. It's really fun to create and to make things. And don't be afraid to make a mistake or anything like that. But if I can help you at all in any way, shape, or form, in terms of maybe some techniques or some ingredients or some things to try, and they don't have to be carnivore, they don't have to be, they could be anything. Let me know, and I would be glad to help out. That's it for now. Signing off for number 61. headed towards chugging towards number 62. I don't want the time to go too fast, but I know I'm going to be healthy on the way. Take care.